Welcome back.
Jingle, 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 jingle,
My
jingle,
name
jingle,
is
jingle.
Megan Alderson.
My name is Jordan Skidmore. We just realised in the last episode we never actually said our full names or mentioned like either of our social medias.
I think we only had an account that you guys already follow us. Whoever's listening.
But those are our full names for those of you who don't know.
It is on my birth certificate.
Should we plug our Instagram?
My name is Megan _Alderson _ Though when I'm searching it recently, it's not coming up on people's
Why
Instagram.
are you searching your own Instagram?
No, because I'm trying to search on other people's and it doesn't come up. Then I have to go through my plant-based Instagram to get it up.
Plug that.
Yeah. I have a vegan page. It's called Plant Food, but like food is in it. Food as in FUDD.
I'm allowing Megan to plug this page because she just made me dinner.
I'm like
And
a
it was
mum.
Good. It was
Yeah.
a little like fish and chip shop bowl. So there was gorgeous chips. There was little bits of vegan chicken, and there was like proper chip shop curry sauce.
It's good.
But it was all homemade.
not the chips.
And I said to
will
her,
say
Megan,
that. Or the chicken.
I could fuck you right now.
And we are in my bed
That's
right
how
now.
Oh yeah, guys, we're coming at you live from Megan's bed. It's not live, is it?
Well, no.
pre-recorded.
This literally won't be out for another 4 weeks.
Hey, we could be on a roll. It's fine.
Yeah.
We don't know when you'll be listening to
We're
this.
going
but
off topic again.
Um
Let's introduce what we're going to be talking
No,
about
no,
today.
no. I think before we should say that what we thought about our first episode, because
it was so fun.
oh my god, we were so funny.
We're literally listening to ourselves and no one else is listening to
Guys,
this
honestly, but as soon as we finished recording the last one, we started listening to it just to like see if it
yet.
sounded
We're like
good.
smiling at
And we
each
kept
other.
looking at each other like, oh my god, are we good at this? And I'm not gonna lie, we've sent it to a few close and personal people since, and we've
Like,
had some good reviews.
People who's probably listening to it now are probably like,
what the fuck are they doing?
I know, but our close friends said they liked it, so that's all that
And
matters.
no, actually, all of our close friends that we showed it to said, "Wow, I'm really surprised at how good this is."
I don't know if to be...
I don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
to feel happy about
I
that.
said, "Babes, expect nothing but the best from us going forward."
I'm really holding in some burps right now.
I literally just burped.
Yeah, I'm really burpy. Maybe my food making is burpy.
Don't-
I'm like, oh,
Then,
God.
Did I say my Instagram?
I don't know. You can
Oh,
just
this
say it
is why
again
we
if
could
you
never
want.
make it as influencers.
Just say another one.
I'm at Jordan.skids.
Oh.
Skids. Skids. Yeah. Okay, anyway, right. Fucking hell. Enough of that.
Let's introduce today's topic.
So, our more observant fans,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it can be observant if we're talking about listening, but those of you who listened to episode 1, shout out to you guys.
Thank
Big
you.
love. Will
Even
remember.
if you listen to 10 minutes, thank you. Every little helps.
I mean, what happened at 10 minutes that made you turn it off? Please let us know. I mentioned that the reason we're doing this podcast, firstly, is because I had a dream that we did it, and in that dream, we were recording a podcast episode about drama school.
Drama school.
Ooh. Let's make one thing clear straight out the bat. This episode is not a how to get into drama school.
No.
Oh my god.
I pinched it. Like, I was on the waiting list.
I was on the waiting
No
list. Yay! Okay, guys, welcome.
Guys, we only got it on because someone didn't want to go to where we went.
How to get into drama school by 2 people who
We're on the waiting
didn't
list,
get
but got offered to do something else, but we couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I think that's actually the only reason why I got in, was because I sent a wordy email.
Did you?
Yeah.
I just said can't afford it, babes.
Well, yeah, so we should do some explaining. So at drama school, and we will explain what drama school is and the difference between drama school and university. But at drama school, generally, there is 2 different courses. You will get a degree and a diploma. Degrees are government funded. They are a degree the same as you would get at any other university.
Mhm.
They are accredited by
You would
universities.
still be in debt after.
Yes. Diplomas are usually independent courses run by either Trinity or by the institutions.
Or you
of the
can
drama
get
school,
what's it?
A
Where
top up.
no, where
Oh.
you don't have to actually pay for the whole course. because we had like a few boys in that
scholarship.
Course. That's it.
Obviously you can get scholarships, but with diplomas they tend to be more expensive. You tend to get to do more.
Like I heard people like their parents getting mortgages out of their house. Like it's crazy.
It is not funded by the government, so you either get a scholarship.
Oh, she's
burping. Just leave it running. Like dance and drama award that will help you get there. So for me, when I had my interview at the drama school that I went to, in the interview they said, "So why did you apply to the degree course?" And I said, "I can't afford to do anything else. I need the government's money. It's degree or nothing." I think I pretty much said that. I remember I said
that I was from Leicester, and they were like, "Oh, we've got so many people from Leicester from here," and I was like, "Well, then I'll be perfect here." And then she laughed.
Oh,
and I was like, "Oh, cute! Look at me, my sense of humour."
Yeah, and then a couple days later, I got my email through with an offer for a place on the diploma. 15 grand a year. Woo!
Also, I was on the waiting list for ages because I was about to sign up to another flat at the other university.
Planned a whole gap year. I was fully anyway. Basically my wordy email was basically kicking off that it was a bit of a joke that I had a whole heart-to-heart with the person interviewing me about wanting to go to drama school and being from a working class background, and how the diploma was literally impossible for me in my financial situation. And then 2 days later I got an offer for the diploma, and I said,
even listen to
it
me?
was rude because I explained to you, and why did I bother? And then they said, "Oh, okay, I'm so sorry about this. We'll put you on the waiting list for the degree course."
They didn't even do that straight away.
No, I don't think so.
What the frick?
Yeah, kind of crazy. And then obviously both of us did get in.
I didn't hear that crack.
It was really nice. Crack your bones.
Thank you.
And then obviously we both did get in off the waiting list. Which also, to anyone else listening out there, I was so scared when I started, because all I could think was, oh my god, like I'm gonna be the only person there that was from the waiting list, and like everyone else is there is gonna be like the first choices, and I'm like the second choice, and blah 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 blah. Oh my god, like literally like half of our year was off the waiting list.
Wasn't like one of the girls who was on the list didn't even come because she got into another
I don't know. It's school. Because the thing is with drama schools is people will audition for loads of them. Not me, I can afford.
No, it's I was speaking to my mum about this. It is crazy that you have to pay to audition. Like you don't have to do that anywhere, and it's expensive. I remember I did 50 quid on once, and I remember I was before the audition, some of the girls were like, "Oh, my dad paid for this," or my mum. I was like, "You know what? Good for you," but I've had to do overtime to like literally afford this. 50 quid for an audition.
The weirdest physical action when she said overtime. It kind of gave like big boobs, but you went
big boobs. Oops. I do have big boobs.
Megan, no one knows that because they're only listening. I'm kidding. Everyone
and no one else would, because I wear baggy clothes. All right, because I'm insecure from going to drama school.
We're gonna get into that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Right.
So for those of you who do not know, for most of this episode, obviously with drama schools, there are some that you can start from as a child. Mm-hmm. We are gonna mostly and pretty much exclusively be talking about the like level 6, like degree level side of things, because that's what we experienced. So a lot of people who aren't kind of in the loop or in this world quite often are quite confused by the difference between drama school and university.
I would never be able to survive university.
Yeah.
Like when I went to go and visit my friends, and I was like, no.
I get
all the drinking. I'm not a big drinker myself.
So true. I mean, for me, I just think I would have been kind of bored, and then I probably would have drunk loads and became alcoholic and died.
Crying.
Awesome. Anyway, so with drama school, we keep referring to it as drama school, but drama schools are technically conservatoires. I know it's really fancy. I always feel really knobby when I say to someone like, I went to conservatoire, because sometimes when you say to people, oh yeah, I went to drama school, they think you mean like stagecoach. You know what I mean? And I'm like, no, I haven't.
I didn't actually put that together.
Great. So sometimes you have to whip out the conservatoire word.
Whip it out.
So guys, we've got sources for this episode. So this is what the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, big old drama school, this one,
I've
has
been
to
in
say.
there.
I haven't. Has to say about the difference between conservatoires and drama schools. Conservatoires specialise in the performing arts and are usually a lot smaller than universities, which teach a wide range of subjects. A conservatoire education focuses very much on practical learning and performance, whereas a university education tends to be more academic. The choice between studying at a university or conservatoire is completely down to preference and what you want to get from the course. A university course would be more focused on the history, analysis, and philosophy of the performing arts, whilst a conservatoire course would teach this too, but would also have a lot of focus on practical learning.
You read that so well.
I went to drama school, so I can sight read.
No, if I did that, I'd be messing it up all the time.
Thank you.
Damn.
Guys, I can sight read. Hire me as an actor. Oh yeah, by the way, Megan, have you had any auditions since the last episode? Have you booked any jobs since the last episode?
No. Have you, Jordan? No. It's dead. There's
It's brutal out here. If you're not in a panto,
yeah.
crickets.
It's panto season.
Crickets.
So I just hit my mic. Sorry about that.
What the fuck? Anyway, basically, what the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland means there is, when you go to university, you tend to have very minimum contact hours, like a few lectures a week. Whereas at drama school, you're expected to be there from 8:30 until 6:00. And if it's show week, you got to be there from
Mondays
8 a.m. till fucking 11
Mondays
p.m.
to Fridays.
If they need you at weekends, you have to be in at weekends.
Yeah.
It's intense, but that is because it is practical learning.
Yeah.
So with our specific course, you had to have a certain amount of attendance to not fail the course and be kicked out.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't there, you weren't learning. And they're not doing exams to test how much you know. They're watching you 24/7 and marking you and assessing you. And
Sorry, I just did a big yawn. Not that I'm bored of what you're saying.
oh, we're just in bed. We're in
Just
bed.
It's a little bit comfy.
It's almost Megan's bedtime.
A little bit.
What is it? 8:50.
Oh, I gotta go sleep in 6 minutes.
We also did accent classes, if you can't tell. Anyway, so yeah, that is what a drama school is, essentially. And you can study musical theatre, acting, you could study just dance, you could study composition, you could study
Many
like that.
things.
Yeah.
We are going to go into trigger warnings at the very start, just 'cause obviously what we're about to talk about is, it is quite serious.
Yeah.
And not many people, it could trigger many things if you do listen to this.
I'm sure that anyone out there who is familiar with the world of drama schools will kind of understand where we're going with this, but it is insane, some of the things that go on in these
and
institutions.
some people might have a perfect experience, which good for you. That's amazing.
I was thinking this on the train on the way here. If you had a perfect experience at drama school, you had the time of your life and you thought it was amazing, sit back for like half an hour and think about the things. No, think about the things that were going on around you.
Yeah.
Because even so, spoilers for the end of the episode. We have listener write-ins. Well, they're not really listener write-ins because they haven't listened yet. But
in our heads,
we have some write-ins, and there were people responding to me with things that were going on around me,
and
that I was not
don't know
aware
these
of.
yet, so mine is going to be a live reaction because I didn't want Jordan to
So,
tell me.
Please, we love you. We
A lot.
don't want anyone.
Even if you're a stranger, I love you. Know that I love you.
So true. Please look after yourself. If anything that we're about to sort of mention is something that could possibly cause you any unhappiness or anything, please turn it off.
This is about you, your health, more than anything.
We will be discussing eating disorders, struggles with body image, mental health problems,
sexual harassment.
Yes, we will be talking about people being quite disrespectful regarding race and gender, and sort of the abuse of power of
and
teachers and staff.
During
and
this
things
episode,
like that.
if we laugh, it's not out of disrespect. 100%, it's not. it's just like, you know, like you laugh when you're uncomfortable. It's like a coping mechanism and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not as taking the piss out of anything that would be disgusting if we were to do that, and we're just saying we're definitely not doing that.
Yeah, so, you know, this is, as always, between Megan and myself and between us and you, a conversation amongst friends. You're all our friends.
Which
we've
we've had these conversations with our friends between the two of us, and I think these conversations will carry on, and it's good to have these conversations sometimes too.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, just please understand that if we're laughing or we're making jokes or something sets us off, it is not because we don't appreciate the severity.
Or we don't take it seriously, yeah.
I think this is the only way that we can personally cope with the situations we went through.
You have to laugh about it because you've experienced it now, and you look back and you're like, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
But
also, we will try and circle back at the end. If you're sat there now thinking, well, this sounds fucking negative and awful. It's more an exploration, and at the end we will come full circle. And it, you know, it does go without saying, we're both sat here having completed our 3 years at drama school.
Yeah.
Everything we say, we made the choice to, and that doesn't excuse some of the things that happened to us, but in a way that I wouldn't take it back. You know what I mean? There were so many wonderful, incredible experiences, and I would not be where I am without it.
Yeah.
You know, pros and cons.
Yeah.
This is just what we have to talk about and what we feel like
and
we
I don't
need
want
to
you
talk about
to think listening to this podcast that this whole podcast is going to be us like moaning or being negative about everything. It's literally not. It's just us talking, and there's going to be a few episodes where it's not going to be as serious as this one, but just so you guys know that.
But also, we're not the most serious people in the world, so don't worry. I'm sure we'll have shits and giggles on the way.
You know what came up on my Snapchat? I know I'm saying Snapchat at 23 years old, but my little TBT, it was me dressing up as Barry the Bee.
Oh yeah,
and the caption was, "Do you like jazz?" So that just says everything there.
Say it.
Do you like jazz? He doesn't even say it like that.
That's just Megan's version.
Like
anyway,
jazz?
So yeah, please look after yourselves. We love you all. You all deserve love and respect. And
we're giving so many hugs, and I don't really give hugs out. I'm very not affectionate person.
I
but
can't remember the last time we hugged.
It's okay. It's nothing offensive.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Like, do you remember?
No, I'm not really a hugging person. The only person I'm literally affectionate is with Harry, and I don't think he even realises that I'm not really affectionate with anyone else. It's just 'cause
should we
my
go and tell him?
Harry! Okay, let's go. Let's carry on with this episode. So, guys, I just paused the podcast because Jordan wanted a tea, and she just dribbled on my fucking bed because she missed her fucking mouth. For fuck's sake. Guys, I'm so sorry. I just made a joke off the camera. Jordan! Stop! Jordan was laughing so much. It's coming out. Her tea's coming out her nose. It's got all of my carpet.
It's not in the mug.
Jordan's recovered now.
I
was just so funny. She literally got tea coming out of her nose. I didn't know if that was very clear in the last one because
I was trying so hard not to let the tea like spray out of my mouth. the only other exit that it found.
It just came out of her nose.
And it went into the mug.
Oh my gosh. Because I was just talking about, obviously we're going to try and start filming these, and that would have been a perfect moment. But that would, I don't know when we'll start filming, but hopefully it was soon.
Sorry, I can breathe so well right now.
Guys, if you ever want to start breathing, just take a cup of tea and pour it out your nose.
You know, people are like, oh, you don't realise how good it is to have, like, to be able to breathe through your nose, and you can't. I'm having the opposite.
I'm just looking at you now and just seeing when the tea was coming out your nose.
Megan will never view me the same. I'm so sorry that we just went from talking about like all the fucking serious shit we're gonna discuss, and then 2 seconds later what you heard was me with fucking It burns. It burns.
It burns. It burns.
Oh my god! Right, should we just
Okay.
Okay, should we talk a little bit about our drama school, like, our journey?
Our journey.
So, as we
Yeah.
mentioned, we're both waitlist supremes.
Mhm. Yeah. Well,
What? Okay, let's talk
didn't-
about
yeah.
auditions.
I feel like I was a little bit unprepared for mine, and I think that was just
Really?
from my college, 'cause I don't know, like, I remember I hadn't ever done like a proper ballet class, and one of the audition rounds was a ballet class,
Yeah.
and like being in leotards around all these tall, beautiful women, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
why does my body not look like that? I think I was like, I was more aware of my body in that moment. But to be fair, I went into the audition thinking I'm never gonna get into here.
Yeah, I
think I had more confidence in not in like myself, just being like
Nothing to lose.
this,
Yeah.
more or less. Like even my mum was like, "Why did you imply that you're not gonna get in?"
Yeah.
Because she's a
What happened?
brutal, honest, what am I saying, bitch? I do love her though. And I remember even my singing round. I was like, oh, like I'm happy with how that went. And with the acting, I don't know about you, but I did it in front.
Oh,
of like,
I was the funniest bitch in that fucking acting audition.
In
Let
the
me
acting
say.
one, I did it in front of everyone else who was auditioning.
Did you have
in
to
that
do
round.
that thing? So in my audition, we all had to be in a room together, and it was like, okay, so imagine you're all at an airport, your flight has been delayed by 10 hours, and you're all stuck in a room together. Play this scene using only lines from your monologue.
I think I did.
We did that, and let me tell you, I was fucking.
Were you slaying?
Yeah.
I can't even remember what one I did. I think I might have done one from Alice in Wonderland.
I did a monologue, which is like the first monologue that ever comes up if you fucking Google monologues for women. It's called Quiche Isn't Sexy by
I've
Gabrielle
heard of
Davis.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. But, hey.
I think you did that in
Hey,
front of
I
us
slayed.
in like second or third.
Yeah, I mean, recycling material.
Period.
My dance round,
My dance one was so bad. Oh my god.
What did you do for your
I
dance
forgot.
solo?
I did Billie Eilish.
Oh, did you do like a lyrical?
What's the fucking first song that ever came out that went
Ocean Eyes or something?
Yeah, my Ocean Eyes.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. I remember I forgot the part I choreographed. I did a fucking cartwheel. I remember I did it and I went, why the fuck did I just do a cartwheel? And that's what, then after I did that, I was like, I'm not getting in. I'm sorry, I'm not getting in.
Was the cartwheel that bad?
I think I did it off the floor as well.
What?
I don't know. I panicked. I was like, I don't know what to do now, and I've still got like 20 seconds left of this.
I don't think I've ever seen Megan do a cartwheel.
Should I do one right now? No,
Yes.
I've not got enough room.
You did Latin instead of acro, so I've never seen you.
Oh,
doing that shit.
period. But tell me how your solo
Oh
went.
god.
What song did you do it to?
I can't even remember, but I did like a proper like cheesy jazz.
Right.
And that went fine. I think I had two options. I had like a lyrical. Oh my god! I didn't choreograph it or pick the songs. I did a lyrical
See,
to
I
a
did it
Michael
in my
Jackson
bedroom.
song.
Oh.
Anyway,
okay.
and
Ooh!
then like a really like cheesy jazz song, maybe like what are they called, like Caravan. There's some like cheesy jazz band called Caravan something, Caravan Palace or something.
Right.
And it was cheesy, and that went fine. My sing around first song went fine, mega crack on the second one. But
Oh yeah, we did two, didn't we?
the night before,
I did 17.
Yes, because I remember you singing that in first year. The night before my drama school audition. We're gonna have to like, but
The worry in your eyes when you turn around to me.
I thought that the staff members were gonna appear from behind.
Get her,
the
get her,
curtain.
get her!
Anyway, my mum's car broke down on the motorway, and there was a
Oh yeah, I remember you telling
snowstorm.
me this.
And we had to stand on the hard shoulder of the motorway, and I was just wearing pajamas and slippers, and it was snowing on us. And the fucking AA people were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to take you back to where you came from." And I was going, "Mum, you cannot. We have to get there." And
That's main character vibe.
and then we got towed to a service station, and in the service station I took my like shoes off and my toes were black, and I got really ill
That's
from
good.
that. But my audition was the next day, and I had to show up and I had to slay, and I kind of did.
Well, you did, 'cause you
I
got
don't
in.
really remember how I like felt like I thought about it at the time. I was so so desperate to get to that audition because I had it in my head from things that I had heard and research that I had done that if I could not make it, they would not reschedule it.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Like, oh, sorry, you're lost, and
I'm
you,
sorry.
and you don't get your money back.
No money back.
No.
But I really think it could have been rescheduled. Do you know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
I didn't
They
know
just
that
don't-
at the time. Like,
Yeah.
obviously having been there, I'm like, oh my God, like so many people didn't show up to that audition. I bet they got another one. But for some reason in my head, I was like, I have to
go.
get there.
Yeah.
This is my one chance. And to be fair, it probably was because my mum wouldn't have been able to get more time off to drive me there or afford to do it twice or have planned it all out. I couldn't have afforded to pay the audition fee twice. So kind of valid for me there, I think.
Me and my mum literally got the coach because train tickets are too expensive.
Yeah. Insane. And to think that you have to pay to audition
I
is
know.
crazy. So when we got in and we got there.
Oh, shit in bricks, bro.
Oh my God, yeah. I was so scared. Was it what you expected it to be?
Yes and no.
Mm.
I think because we were the first of our year, because obviously with drama school there's like a hierarchy and stuff like that.
But like, I don't think that when we started there was very much hierarchy.
Yeah.
The
but
third years to us were like,
because
you hold the door open to us.
Yeah.
You say thank you to us. You let us have this area of the changing room.
'Cause
Whereas when we were in third year, we were just like, hey guys.
Because we were the same age as them, they're used to the newbies being younger than
so
them.
just for context, you can do a level 6 diploma from the age of 16. So you can do the degree level diploma from the age of 16, 3 years you're younger.
Yeah.
Whereas with a degree, you have to be 18 to do a degree, receive a degree, and get the government funding. So that's where this sort of age disparity that Megan is talking about
but
comes from.
I think we like kicked that out the door.
There were people that were like 28.
Yeah.
And there are so many people at drama schools at so many different ages. And again, there is just this narrative out there that like, if you don't get in at 18, you're already too old. You're going to be one of the old ones. No, you're not. And if you are, who fucking cares? Because actually that has nothing to do with it.
And even if you do graduate early, that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get a job straight away. We
know?
Fine examples of that.
Actually, I had a job lined up when I graduated.
Oh, that's true.
I did.
Purr.
Sorry, I'm
she
really
lies.
Guys, it was a nepotism job. I got it through my mum's friend. No. Oh my God, kick me off the pod. That's not what this podcast is about. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm a fake.
We don't have the nepotisms here.
Well, I mean, apart from that I just mentioned. It was kind of...
That's okay.
It wasn't... Yeah, never mind. Anyway. Drama school. We did that.
I think the most challenging, obviously, it was third year. To be fair, the end of first year...
For me... I mentioned this in the last one. First year of drama school was the worst year of my life.
Ooh.
Like, horrendous.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I think this is largely in part to... I had a very, very bad time at college, particularly with my teachers. One of them told me that I had no dance technique and that my A-level dance piece would receive a 0.
Oh. That's really nice of them.
Also told me not to bother auditioning for drama school.
That's what I mean. Sometimes
I could go on and on, but that's a whole other episode.
But I feel it's people who wanted to succeed and then they take it out on people who are able to succeed and they don't want to see that.
Yeah. Anyway, that being said, basically when I got into and subsequently, I said it again.
For fuck's sake, I'll just
we'll bleep it. It's really hard not to, because this is just us. It's just two girlies talking. I really felt like I shouldn't be there because I had been told by people in positions of power that I wouldn't be there, that I couldn't get in, and that I wasn't good enough, and not to bother even trying. And then I got waitlisted, and then before I went, I thought, like I said, oh my God, I'm going to be like the only person off the wait list, and it's going to be so obvious that I'm like the last choice to be here, which is fucking ridiculous, because let me tell you, so many people do not get into these institutions who are some of the most incredibly talented people I've ever met in my life. Like, getting into these places is luck. It's
And
luck about the day. Sometimes it's about your appearance. Like honestly.
So that obviously auditions, sometimes they can be like 3-4 months apart, and they've already filled in. We've got these blondes. We've got them. This sort of.
Sometimes they fill up all the. I think the year I auditioned and I think, or maybe it was a year after, there was a big controversy with one of the big drama schools. It basically somehow went public that they had filled all of their spaces within like the first few weeks of doing open auditions, and someone had found out, or someone had leaked that they had filled all the places, and they were still charging people to come and audition, knowing full well. I understand you will give places to people who will then get places somewhere else, or decide it's not for them, or go somewhere else. This is what waitlists are for. So if you're on a waitlist, it might just be that chronologically your audition was after. Like, honestly, don't stress about it.
All the auditions first. That's what I never got. Like, why are you filling roles in November when you've still got auditions in March?
Yeah,
it's just very odd sometimes how they structure it.
Yeah, please, anyone out there. Also, let's make it so clear: drama school is not the only way to get into the industry.
No,
it does it make it a lot easier. Yeah, in many ways, it really, really does.
Because you've been trained.
But talent is talent. And also, drama schools really want you to think that they're the only way for you to get into the industry. Like, really, really want you to think that, because that is what makes people pay to audition.
But even colleges do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about a little bit of my research. I remember I was listening to a podcast quite a while ago with Renee Rapp in it. And if you don't know who Renee Rapp is, educate yourself. She is beyond talent. Her voice, fancy her a lot.
Oh yeah. And she's for the girls.
She's for everybody. But basically, she got her break at 18 in Mean Girls, the musical, on Broadway.
On Broadway. Why aren't we on Broadway?
And obviously, she was amazing. But she said in the podcast that it's the most extreme, like, body dysmorphia, of anxiety and eating disorder she had whilst doing this amazing dream that she's always wanted to do, but it's also the worst time in her life. Like, there's one bit where it's the Halloween scene, and when she first filmed it, like, it was very revealing, and then like a few weeks later they were just doing a bit of touch-ups and they were like covering more of her body, and she was like, like, why are you doing this sort of thing?
Sorry, just to go back to something you said a second ago before I forget, something you just said really made me think this is a big problem in drama school, and I think this was a big problem for me in my first year, is when you dream of going to a place like this and you go, or, you know, in Renee's situation, the dream job, when you dream of something and then you get there and you are suffering and you are unhappy,
well, and like no one was supporting
her. But there's
her.
so much guilt in that. Like, I had that. I was like, I dreamt of going here. I didn't think it would be possible for me to even go here, and now I'm here and I am miserable, and the guilt from that tore me up. Like, it really did. And I think that is
like, why do I not feel grateful? Like,
so normal. Being like, I dreamt of being here. Other people have, especially coming, you know, from a working class background, like, people have sacrificed things to get me here. Like, you know, like, I think both of our families couldn't really afford to put us in dance lessons as a kid. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Like, the amount people gave up.
The costumes would come through and my mum would have to, like, count it together. She was like, that's a lot of money. Because she would always hope that, like, recycle the dance uniforms we have for our shows and stuff like that.
And all of that.
Like, if I had a solo, my mum would be getting this, like,
and you get to drama school and you're like, I'm having the worst time of my life. Like, it is very, very possible, very common and very normal. And please don't, if you're feeling this way, eat yourself up about it, because that is a normal thing to do. It is completely possible to be living your dream and also be very, very unhappy at the same time. And obviously, it shouldn't be normal. Like, we shouldn't want that. But it's okay, especially when you're young, or even if you're not young, going somewhere like this for the first time, it is a completely unique experience, and it's okay to dream of something and be unhappy.
And she even said like some of the production people would like say some vile things about her body as well, which is crazy. It's like she can sing her goddamn heart out, but you're more bothered about her body.
Yeah,
like
it's insane.
Yeah. I was also like just looking at like some reports from like drama schools and everything like that of talking about just if you wear skimpier outfits, if you wear a bit less, then you'll get the role, you'll get the job sort of thing. And I can't remember who was telling me about this, but they had a scene where in the scene the couple had just had sex, and the drama teacher was like, you still have your bra on and you've just had sex. And the girl was like, yeah. And they was like, realistically, would you still have your bra on after you've just had sex? And she was like, well, no. And he was like, well, that's all I'm saying. So I think she took it off, and then he was like, now you're an actor. It's like, what?
Fuck off. Sorry, fuck off.
I'm training. I'm not training to know what it feels like after sex. Like, what's that got to do with anything?
Like, classes and rehearsals, like there is absolutely no need.
Luckily, in my experience, like I didn't have anything like that in when we were training.
But we didn't really do any scenes like that.
The only thing I got was the ballet teacher touching my belly and telling me to suck in. And now, luckily, I've got a thick skin where I like turned around and said, "Well, it's been my birthday and I've just had a cake, so can't really help that." And he was like, "Ha ha ha!" I was like, "But you can't fucking say that shit, man."
Oh, just you wait.
Like, I don't know. I'm not ready. It's like some of the things I was searching up. They were saying some of the institutions where the teacher was saying the N-word, but it wasn't very relevant in that moment, or just calling the student it, or if it was like one of the plays they were doing it, it's like, whoa, it's in the play, so I can say it. It's like,
I think there's been a huge amount of luckily there has been a lot of discourse recently about race in drama schools, and obviously again Megan and I are both white so this isn't something we can
speak from experience.
But I know that it was happening around us. And luckily, there has been recently a lot of sort of exposure and discourse onto it. Casting is a huge thing that we are going to talk about, and a lot of the racism and a lot of the comments about bodies and about gender and how you express yourself in drama schools is sort of presented to you through the lens of casting and going, well, if you want to play these characters, or you will only ever play these characters because of this, and these characters are meant to be played by these kinds of people, which is it just isn't an excuse.
I just think some drama schools are so backwards still. Like they're saying, this one thing was like, if you wear less clothes, it's like you're going to be seen as more sexy and more appealing. And it's like back in the day, I was like wearing like nearly nothing in my auditions, and I was getting the roles. It's like, well, it's not really like that now.
That's like when old people are like, well, back in my day, I had to walk 7 miles to get to school. And it's like, okay, well, why do you want anyone else to do that? Like, you should want better for the people that come after you. I think we have quite a unique experience of that. And we've mentioned that we were the first ever year group doing our course at our drama school, the first ever degree year. So prior to us, they'd only ever done diplomas. People doing diplomas generally are from more well-off backgrounds, unless obviously they have scholarships. And we were told, because it was the first year of running the course, they constantly wanted feedback to make the running of it run smoother.
Yeah, but then when we gave feedback, our year group, ungrateful.
We got a reputation for being complainers. And
if you want to improve on the course you've set up, then why would you not listen to us? We're not complaining. We're just saying where you could improve to benefit the people below us. And you listened because they bloody got better. Yeah,
it is very difficult. Some of the things I'm going to talk about in a minute, there was a lot of examples of it is the heads of these institutions that cause a lot of problems. And
So they
there
always
was
like brag about that they care about your mental health, but then when you bring that up, they're like,
oh my god, can we talk about the hypocritical Instagram posts? Our institution posted an Instagram post for eating disorder awareness, and subsequent to the following comments, the Instagram post had to be taken down. And that says everything.
Luckily, we never got weighed, but I know there is still some.
I got weighed in one of my auditions. Really? I had to go into a room.
Crazy, man.
For one of my auditions for a drama school, I had to go into a room in a bra and thong, be weighed, measured, and be poked and prodded and looked at to make sure that I was physically fit to go to the school.
Like, what do you mean physically fit?
But even for the one we went to, we had to. I don't know if you remember, we had to send a letter filled out by your
doctor.
GP.
Yeah.
And that costs money.
Yes.
Oh, that costs money.
Shit,
And
I forgot about that.
they were like, to come here, you have to have private medical insurance in case you get injured. Huh?
I can't afford that.
The government is the only reason I can eat, and I can't eat until my student loan drops. And you're telling me I need to be paying for private medical.
I remember one of my friends was telling me that their friend went to a very, very good place, and I'll tell you in a moment.
Prestigious.
And she was just naturally very skinny, very tall, very skinny.
Yeah.
And then the head of that year were like, you need to lose some weight.
Oh.
And then she had to drop out because then I think personal things happened, but also she created such a bad eating disorder. She became anorexic.
Yeah, I think there is a huge issue with, especially when we're talking about the dance side of things.
And when you're trying to please the head and they're calling you all under the names on the sun, you want to please them, so you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll lose weight for you. I'll lose weight for you to be your favorite.
Yeah, it's such a horrible situation where, you know, these are people who are telling you, as someone with experience, because you get some incredible teachers with incredible experience. And also, let me just say right now, there are teachers and staff members that we had that I fucking adore.
Oh, yes.
That were incredible teachers, incredibly talented.
And they would listen to you if, like, they would know when you were having a bad day and they would tell you to wait after the class.
Yeah,
just to
for
have
every bad thing we're saying, for every bad experience that we list, that there's a good one too. But I think...
But obviously this episode is just pointing out things.
Also, someone was talking to me about an experience they had, which was horrendous, with the head of their institution. And they said that one of the other members of staff tried to take it to HR. And I said, don't HR work for the head / owner of the institution? And they said, yeah. So I was never going to win. How? Oh my God. It is insane. There is so much that goes on in these places. And I think it very much is still an attitude in a lot of places that you kind of just have to be hazed. Like, we're preparing you for the industry. The industry is going to be brutal. The industry is only going to see you as this or this or this.
Mm-hmm.
There are only these types of roles out there, which is just not true.
Yeah.
Like, I think there is a big issue with drama schools overly traumatizing people and turning them away from the industry, when actually the industry would probably welcome them with open arms.
No, 100%.
There are incredibly talented people that we both know and love that have fallen completely out of love with what used to be their biggest passion.
Yeah.
Who it is because of the experiences they had at drama school.
Yeah. Jordan is now going to tell me a few things, people, of what experience they've had at drama school. So, I've not heard these, but I can.
You've heard some of them because you were there for them.
And I know I can already know they're going to be.
So I did some investigative journalism.
Ooh.
So I posted onto my Instagram story. So this is, by the way, my personal Instagram account. It is public. But generally is, you know, friends and friends of friends. So this isn't a broad reach that I have, which in some ways is worse because these are all people that I know and I care about and I am connected to.
Mm-hmm.
I was fucking astounded. Let me say before going into this, I thought that the stories I would get would be stories mostly that I was there for. So people who were with us at our institution. And I would just go, oh my God, I forgot about that, or haha, yeah. I was completely overwhelmed. And let me just say, if anyone is listening and you sent me something, first of all, thank you
You're
so
very
much,
brave.
because I didn't even tell you guys what it was for, because this isn't like publicly released yet. Thank you so much. I am astounded at the resilience of each and every one of you.
And I hope it's made you stronger as well.
And if it hasn't, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Because some of this is fucking horrendous. So like this is probably where it's gonna get triggering. Yeah. So what I posted on my story was calling all dance and drama school survivors, looking for your most astounding quote said by staff and industry professionals. All answers will remain anonymous and be used for hilarious and nefarious purposes. For example, this is my example, one that's really stuck with me through the years. I've seen all your legs in ballet tights. You will need to stop eating pizza. This was the same meeting. That was the first year. This was a meeting where we were told that we now needed to go for runs every morning.
Wasn't it for like a whole week or something before shows?
It was longer than that, I'm sure.
Like 2 weeks maybe.
And we had to sing while we ran.
Yeah.
Megan, are you ready for this?
Not really. Go for it.
Okay, reminder again that like if we're like giggling, if we're laughing, it's because we're astounded and horrified and traumatized by this. So without further ado, someone said, "Me, my leotard is a bit small." Teacher said, "Lose weight then."
Oh.
Someone said, in quotes, "I don't think you need to be on antidepressants," said by someone's course leader who was not a doctor. Oh, and also the time she made me jump and shake in front of my class to help me face my fear of being big and jiggly.
Sorry, what? What?
These make me
Your
really
fear?
angry.
Oh.
I actually got this exact quote twice. My grandma has a better arabesque than you, and she's dead. Megan, I bet you know.
Oh my God, we definitely all the time. You know what? Thinking about that, I remember we were in first year, and it was one of the school shows, and one of the people's who was like in a year above or something like that, their gran had literally died, and she had to miss her gran's funeral because if she didn't show up to rehearsals, she would lose her role.
Oh my God, yeah, they love doing in the real
In the
industry,
real world.
if you miss this,
But you're training, let her go to her fucking grand's
They
funeral.
always say in the industry, you're going to miss weddings, you're going to miss funerals, you're going to miss that, you're going to miss that. No, you're
Is it,
not.
no,
There
if
are
it's a funeral, yeah.
There are swings, there are things in place. Like, I'm sorry, when you work, a job is a job, and you're allowed to take time off when you need it. Like, that's such a fucking lie.
That's so true. Anyway.
This one really, really set me off, and I actually have a personal one to add on to this. This is, "We all know you have your issues," points fingers to brain and circles them like the crazy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My personal add-on to that is, as I've mentioned, I was extremely mentally ill in my first year at drama school. And at the end of every term, we would have individual meetings where we'd go into a room with the head of all the departments. So head of singing, head of acting, head of year, head of dance, blah, 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 different subjects. And they would sit you down and talk to you about how you were doing. We could talk about these for fucking days.
And not even like improvements. They were just calling you out on your own self.
It was like a critique of your whole personality. Anyway, after having the worst time of my life, first year drama school, probably like genuinely the most mentally ill I've ever been in my life. When I walked into that meeting, I smiled at them and I was like, "Hello," and they all went, "Oh my God, Jordan, I didn't know you could smile. None of us have ever seen you smile before."
Thanks,
and they were laughing and joking and saying,
just laugh at me,
saying that they'd been talking about and discussing how I always have the most miserable face and how they've never seen me smile. That was because I wanted to kill myself. Yay! Still here, bitches. Also, it was on my file that I know some teachers had access to that I had suffered with my mental health in the past.
Yeah.
So there was access to those records. So
they just don't fucking think.
When no one saw me smile for September, October, November, December, 4 months.
Maybe because
no
I
one
was
saw
depressed,
me smile.
Bitch.
And instead of asking if I was okay, it was an inside joke.
Hilarious.
Anyway, Suck in that gut. Do you want to look good in your Christmas dress?
Thank you, Santa.
You're getting round and plump like a teddy bear.
I'll be cuddly though, bitch.
Wear 2 pairs of tights. The lighting will show your cellulite.
Oh god, because it's not natural to have fucking cellulite. I'm
You-
a woman.
You have the biggest thighs I've ever seen on your size. Bigger than my most muscly boys.
Sorry, what?
Don't eat till you're full. Only order a starter if you go out for dinner. This one drives me fucking insane. Everyone go home and eat a salad. Except Soph. You go eat a pizza. In brackets, she had an eating disorder. So you are individually calling people out on their eating
If you're
habits.
a teacher, your job is to teach the criteria you have been given. You're not there to teach what people need to fucking eat or what their body
It's
is.
all it's all skill based. Like when you're at drama school, you are learning how to sing and act and dance.
I want you to tell me when
None
I go home.
of those have anything to do with what you look like.
Tell me to go home and how to stretch, bitch.
Literally. Okay. Some of us complained in ballet about our period pains, and we were told to remove our uterus.
I remember I was trying to go to the toilet, and our ballet teacher was like, I feel like people keep trying to leave my class. I went, I'm on my period. And he went, that's a bit too much information. I went, well, you left me no choice, so...
A teacher feeling my arms and telling me to get to the gym. Standard. Think Swan Lake, not Duck Pond. I quite like that
That's
one.
quite funny.
Maybe only have 2 roast potatoes instead of 3 this Christmas. Who's eating only 3 roast potatoes?
Oh, 6, bitch! It's a Christmas!
Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Fuck that quote.
What?
Fuck that quote. Who said that? Kate Moss? Kate Moss, shut the fuck up. Sorry. Suck in your belly. I can see your lunch. I think we've all had that one. You all need to start running. You look like you eat burgers and chips every day. This one goes back to something we said earlier. So this is in an audition. So not even into the school yet. I got told I didn't look working class in an audition for a drama school. This one is from someone who is non-binary. You won't find roles or succeed in the industry if you don't become more feminine. Huh?
I'm actually speechless,
Huh?
man.
Like literal fucking cap. This one is fucking cold. It took 6 months, but I'm finally starting to see you have a personality. Again, you don't know what this person is going through.
What, because like you said, like what, because you've got into a school that you really wanted to go to, like, you know, you said like, oh, I'm not really enjoying it as much as I want to. Teachers just shouldn't assume that you're going to be happy and twiddling your, I don't even know what I'm going at here, but like, just, I don't understand some teachers. It's like, surely you know you're here. You surely know you've gone through this sort of shit as well. Take that into consideration with all these other pupils. I don't know.
I just lost my hand in your stomach.
That's what I mean. Like, in that position, obviously, that person, what are they supposed to fucking say? Because also you want to please them because they're your teacher, and
because they're telling you, I have the key to your success. I've done it and I know how to show you how to do it, but in order for you to do it, you have to listen to me.
Yeah.
And then they say things like this. One of my biggest struggles in drama school was any time we got to a holiday, you would have some teacher saying, if you're not in the gym every fucking day of the holiday, you might as well not come back.
Because I can't afford the
Or
gym.
they were saying that if you don't go work out every day of the holiday, then when you come back, you'll be just like you were when you joined in first year. You'll reverse all your progress. Well, so in your head, you're going, oh my God, I've given everything to be here. I'm in so much debt to be here. So if I don't work out every day, I've wasted all of it. And then another teacher will go, guys, you've literally been working your asses off for like 6 weeks. Just have a holiday. But there's two voices in your head, and you don't know what to fucking do.
I always hated doing ballet classes because I'd be in that leotard, especially after lunch. Because
oh my God, can we please stop putting ballet after lunch?
Yeah.
Hi guys, PSA, no more ballet after lunch. Ballet should be in the morning because ballet in the morning, it sets you up for the day. You're not gonna get injured. You're not gonna get fucked up.
Because after you eat, you're gonna be bloated. That is what it's going to be. Yeah. But then you've got fucking teachers who are saying shit like that to you. It's like, What do you want me to do? It's my body digesting my fucking food I've just eaten. You
Well, oh my god. So, oh god, this is so fucking bad. My favourite tweet of all time, which I will tell you in a minute, but it won't be verbatim. My favourite tweet of all time is that one that's like, oh, you only had an iced coffee for lunch? Should we call Bella Hadid? Should we throw a party? Should we get Bella Hadid on the phone? That's how I feel about me in third year, because sometimes I was just having an iced coffee for lunch because I didn't want to get into a dance class after lunch and feel like shit and be told I look like shit. Anyway, I didn't remember a whole monologue in a week, and I got told that I was never going to make it. Wait, I was 14 years old.
Oh.
No! Huh?
What the fuck saying that to you? Calm the fuck down.
Okay, we've got more. I also asked someone from the other side, so one of the techies. So at drama school, obviously, you have the staff teaching the subjects.
Yeah.
You have the students. There are so many other people behind the scenes. So I got really quite close with one of our techs in one of our shows because, you know, someone's fitting your microphone every day, sorting out your props.
So
you got to chat to them
also,
because they are
helping
making
you. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
Don't ever disrespect them.
absolutely,
bitch.
And so when I did this call out for a story, my friend replied and said, one of my favourite stories isn't overly shocking or horrific, but it summed up well what drama school does to these actors. It was a half-hour call before their show, and I was doing the lighting and sound checks for the third-year actors. Their director had just given them a pep talk and ended with, and remember, darlings, what is acting? She was clearly going for what she thought was a light-hearted and obvious answer, judging by her tone. What do you think, Megan? What would you say if I said, what is acting?
I'm becoming a different person and I'm enjoying
See,
what I'm doing.
I would say acting is reacting.
Oh,
remember that nugget? Anyway.
See, I've just brainwashed myself to forget everything.
She was apparently going for a light-hearted answer. Her responses, however, from the actors were all along the lines of, with the looks of panicked faces about to fail a GCSE exam, acting is reacting, acting is living, acting is art, acting is the truth. After a minute or so, the director gave, with a much sadder tone, fun. Acting is fun. And the cast just looked defeated.
They're like, oh shit.
I wonder if many of them felt like acting was fun at that point.
Yeah, but no, it does take it out of you because you're like I said, it used to be
I've
like
got
a
more
hobby.
for you.
Go for
One of these is my favourite, and this is going to make me laugh, but it is serious, but it's going to make me laugh. Okay, so anyway, the first set tap girls all look butters. They need to wear makeup.
Oh my god, I remember actually who that was because I didn't wear makeup.
No, neither
uni.
did I. I'd rather get the sleep. I was fucking tired.
That so I could get the sleep. Also, I don't want to be sweating in makeup. Like I had really bad acne, and I was always scared that I was going to break out again. Fuck off! Who's fucking seeing me right now? I put makeup on in audition.
The next one is my favourite. Actually, I'm going to leave that. I've got one more from these ones are from the same person. This person.
Oh, my lovely.
Okay, another one. Our ballet teacher pulling my inner thighs, so like pulling them back so you couldn't see them as much in the mirror, and saying, "Don't you think you'd look much better like this? Much more feminine." Huh?
What? Like what? Give me the definition of being feminine.
Huh? How
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
I think I'm losing my voice.
Oh god. Okay, right, sorry, I need to read my favourite one now.
Okay, go.
This one wins first prize. Not that it was a competition. Guys, it's not a competition. This is really
no,
serious and really harrowing.
I farted. Sorry, carry on.
Megan, I'm gonna look you in the eyes while I read this one.
Oh gosh.
Do you think you should be eating that M&S toasty right before summer show?
Yes, I do actually.
Not the first year summer show that means nothing.
Literally.
M&S was next door.
It was
next door.
It was fucking expensive though. It was the only thing that was around there.
You really think you should be eating that M&S toasty?
Yes, because I need food to live, you idiot.
Oh, Christ.
You got more?
Yep.
Go.
On my foundation course, I got told I don't do pas de chars. I do pas de elephants because my legs are so large and heavy. Look who said this. Oh. Yep. This girl is tiny.
Yeah.
And even if she wasn't.
It
What the fuck?
That's what that's also another thing. We are doing a musical theatre course. We do not go to a ballet class. It does not matter what your fucking body looks like. Even if you did a ballet, like... Anyway, sorry.
This is a story from a friend of a friend who was told, so the friend knew the story from someone else that was told to buy good Spanx for her third year show because the teacher or the director refuses to buy a dancer a costume that's any size bigger than a 6.
Sake, I actually can't. I can't.
You look a bit like a 2 out of 10 today. 2 out of 10 is astonishing. 2 out of 10.
I'm sorry. No, I have nothing to say.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much all of them.
So as you could gather, everyone is really lovely in this world. No one judges you for your body. And that you shouldn't eat.
Do you think you should be eating that M&S Toasty before summer show?
If it's vegan, yeah, I actually do.
Yeah. So
yes, I do. If the fucking toast was like nearly £6 as well.
We also had a lot of examples of people who were really on the there's a lot of favoritism, and if you are not one of the select few, then
and if you don't know who your favorite is, you're probably the favorite, and there's nothing wrong with that. Go with it, but just take into account that.
I've had stories of people's directors, like directors of the whole institution, not just like directors of a show, refuse to watch students because they didn't think they deserved the roles, even though outside professionals had auditioned them thoroughly.
Taking this into account, grown ass people.
Yes.
Grown.
People from staff members from institutions being taken to HR and responses being things from like, I don't remember. Someone who was struggling with their mental health, who had issues with a staff member, kind of belittling it, requested a meeting with that staff member to discuss what was meant by the comment, and had to have a meeting with someone else who said, consider that this staff member is stressed.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Megan, is there anything that springs to your mind?
Oh, there's
I can think of one of the ballet teachers who wasn't with us for long, thankfully, when complaints were made, was removed.
I said about I need to go because I'm on my period.
Yeah. This person also said if I see any women with body hair in my lessons, they can get out because that's not part of uniform.
And I was like,
how is my natural body?
And you're not gonna
anything to do with uniform?
Like, you're not even saying the guys. It's just.
But do you know what that teacher did say to the guys? Aren't you paying for girls on dates? Like, don't you pay for girls when you go on dates? This is about very openly queer people.
Yeah.
Huh?
Also, like,
and also, what?
Like,
huh?
All of us just
my
looked
God.
at him as well. Like, what the fuck?
There was crickets.
Going back to
there was crickets.
The first year. Near the end where we had a little meeting, I was told that I used humour as a coping mechanism. But I was also like, what's that got to do with any of my acting? And when I went in, I was like, oh, just tell me how it is, because there was so many people that came out of the meeting crying.
Yes. Yeah.
And one of the girls was told that she was too happy all the time.
Yeah, and I know exactly who you're talking about. They said to someone, I don't know, it's just like really obvious that like you've never really been through anything, which you
such a blatant
cannot say to someone, because first of all, you don't know. Second of all, it's none of your fucking business. Third of all, everyone has been through something.
But I called them out on it as well. I was like, just to let you know, said their name, is very upset with what you said. It like you didn't really take into consideration with what you said, and the head was like, oh no, we didn't mean that. They said around. I was like, no, they have left. But like with me, I do have the confidence where I can speak back to the teachers.
Yeah.
And it's not in a cocky way. It's like I did it loads at like my favourite teacher. I swear at her all the time. It was like in a playful way. But like with teachers, whoever like called me out on being, or they would call me like bigger or fat or etc. I was able to like just talk back to them. And I know so many people can't do that, and you don't need to. That doesn't mean that it didn't fucking affect me. Jesus Christ, it did. But that's not part of that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, sorry. Technology.
But I just want to say, like, I know it's so hard to not think about what these teachers are saying, but they are teachers at the end of the day, and they're just humans. Do not fucking listen to what they say.
You will hear this all the time at drama school. The good ones will say to you, take what you need from me.
Yeah.
I can only teach you what I know, and take what works for you. And take it with a pinch of salt. And
if they're not critiquing your actual performances and they're not helping you, then they can actually go right in the bin. I say.
Really think that the reason that I have such a strained relationship with dance now, which is funny to say, but I think we are going to do an episode about dance.
You are trying to heal that as well, which is very, very
but it's
good.
so difficult. It's so difficult. Is because throughout my time at drama school, by the end of it, I think my what? Are you just remembering when the tea came out my nose? I'm about to delve into the depths of my damaged psyche, Megan. Shut up! I just looked again. I just looked at you. Stop! Sorry. Megan, I was about to say some fucking deep shit.
I'm actually
Megan, stop it.
No, sorry. Carry
Well, maybe I won't tell you now.
No. I can't look at you. Carry on.
What the fuck? How am I going to say it now? Anyway, I feel like throughout my time at drama school, but by the time I left, my ideas of my skills as a dancer was directly tied to how I looked.
Yeah.
So if I looked skinny and I had abs and I looked tiny, that meant I was a really good dancer.
Yeah.
And if I didn't look like that, it meant I wasn't. So when I graduated and subsequently stopped dancing for like 6 hours Monday to Friday, of course my body changed and suddenly I thought, okay, well, I'm not a good dancer anymore. Huh?
It's just how you don't even realise sometimes how ingrained their like quotation marks feedback
so much
is.
of this, if we could go back in time and we could talk to us when we were at drama school, we would laugh about these things and we would be like, but I'm okay, like I don't pay any attention to it, like obviously I don't think I'm a better dancer because I'm skinnier. It is when you graduate and you start to look back and you start to come out the other side of it, it's like waking up.
And I think it'd be really nice if people who are in acting or anything school are listening to this to also hopefully they can take this on as well, and if they do hear it, either aimed at them or at others, to know that when you graduate, most of the things these teachers say just isn't relevant, and they're only saying it so they have this hierarchy.
They love
over
to
you.
act like the industry is out to get you.
Yeah.
And it's really not. Obviously, please don't get me wrong, there is some questionable shit that goes on in the industry. There is in every industry. However, casting directors and producers are not out to get you.
No.
They just want to make their work. And if you're the right person for it, you're the right person for it.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I feel like we will do a whole episode about casting directors. But at drama school, they very much like to use the guys that the industry is worse than drama school. So they get to be bad to you because the industry is worse. Which is not true. Like, it's just not. And if you are thinking, I mean, I really hope no one listening to this is thinking of going to drama school, because I would have done a different episode for those people.
Don't listen to this episode just yet. Yeah.
This episode is for us.
I mean, if you've listened to it all this way now, it's a bit too late.
But this episode is for us, and this episode is for the people who responded to my story. Like, this genuinely to you guys. This episode is for you, because Megan and I and all of the people I'm close with from drama school are always sitting and having these conversations.
Yeah.
I
and
don't think
it's so good. Please have these conversations.
Yes, and please, one thing I would have said to myself is, you are allowed to question and doubt the people in charge. Yeah. You are allowed to. You are allowed.
They seem like the God in your eyes.
Yeah, you're allowed to not listen to some of the things they tell you, but you don't know any better. I didn't know any better. I knew fuck all about anything when I started drama school, because, like we said in the last episode, I didn't know anyone in the industry. I didn't have family, friends, or anyone I was connected to that was an actor, a director, a casting, like even someone who mopped the floors on a film set. Didn't know anyone. I had no fucking clue about anything. I didn't like. I really was fucking clueless when we started. And when we started, there were people in our year who had like seen almost every musical under the sun in London. And literally when I started my degree in musical theatre, the only musical I had like ever, like proper full scale musical I had ever seen was The Lion King in the Bristol Hippodrome. And I came on my period for the first ever time. I couldn't see anything. It was on a school trip. the seats were shit, and I started my fucking period for the first time ever.
I started my period at my nan's and I got scared because I was going on a hike. Mine's not as traumatic as yours, but I was on a hike on my period. I'm
just fucking
There's blood coming out of my vagina.
Huh? But yeah, with all that being said,
A lot being said, this has been a long episode, so I think if you had to listen to this in 2 parts, I get it.
would you take it back?
No.
Why?
I feel like I would do all the drama school. It's made me the person I am today. Not that it's an excuse for like some of the way the teacher spoke to me.
Yeah.
But
oh my god, sorry if anyone ever says I'm doing this to make you stronger. Bullshit. Like,
punch them in the eye and say I'm making your eye stronger.
I remember when a teacher would do a warm up with us and walk around the room and scream in our faces, "Welcome to fucking hell!" Remember that?
I'm like, ah! But I think I just come from a family where I've always my family's just given me tough skin because even my mum was. I love her, but she did do the things of touching my belly, saying I was, you're getting a bit fat now, or you're getting a double chin. You don't normally have that. So even before going into a drama school, I already had that things being said to me.
I would not take it back. First of all, because I went for 3 universities and 2 drama schools because you got 5 options on UCAS. If you wanted any more, you had to pay for them. So I had 5, and I only had the ones available on UCAS because any others, again, more paying anyway.
Yep.
And so I went to these university auditions. One of them didn't even audition me. They just went, if you get your grades, you'll get in. And that instantly, I was like, if you're not going to audition me for a course about performance, then I'm not interested in this. Because I went to the other universities, and it is a privilege to be able to say this. The level that I was at and the level that they were offering at the university, it wasn't enough. And knowing as well what I know now, university would not have been enough for me. As hard as it was and as exhausting and grueling, I would not want anything less than the 9 to 6 every day. Like, both of us worked to pay for extra classes because we, as much as we were struggling, we were there to train. That's it. Do you know what? That's the be all and end all of, would I take it back? Would I do it again? Yes, because I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn everything I could about dance, about acting, about singing. I wanted to learn the theory, and the learning of it I loved.
And I improved, and I'll give it them.
We absolutely would not be where we are today.
My singing from first year to third year.
Oh my god,
dancing.
I had never had a singing lesson when I started in my life. And now I'm fucking Beyonce. I'll be singing everywhere. I'm so kidding.
I don't want to do musical theatre anymore. I want to be an actor.
But but you sang in the film you were in.
I go la li la li la.
Just like that. But as well, I think something really special about drama school is there were 18 people in our year. And for 3 years...
I loved everyone. I got a best friend out of it, you know what I mean, love?
You get so close with the people you were with. And of course, when you're living together, people get cabin fever. And obviously, there are people that neither of us talk to that much anymore. But let me say, people pulled fucking through when I posted that Instagram story. But for those 3 years...
we all can connect with our trauma.
For those 3 years, these people are your family. They're your support system. Yes. Like, the memories I have... like. Any single one person that we went to drama school with, if I crossed them in the street, I would instantly be like, "Hi, how are you? What are you up to?" Like,
I have a memory of every single one of them, even if it wasn't that close
and
to them.
The opportunities that we had, incredible. The people we got to meet, incredible.
The special guests we used to get in as well.
And as well, there are again some of the teachers, and I feel like. If you're out there, if you're listening, I hope so. Oh, I hope some of our teachers are listening.
We know who you are, bitch.
Loved you, and you are what got us through those 3 years.
Yeah.
There were some
And if I was to ever be a teacher, I'd hope I'd be a teacher just like you.
Exactly. And I wouldn't change it for the world because I learned so much.
I just think who should be changing are the drama schools, and they should be learning about the ways they talk to their students.
There is discourse. People are getting more comfortable in standing
Speaking
up for
out
themselves.
Because they've realised, oh, you will not affect my career.
And do you know what as well? Social media is a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives people the power to bring up issue, even if it's anonymous, you know. And all of these institutions have such incredible things about them, and they can easily and probably slowly but easily resolve so many of the issues that we've brought up today. I will say, most of the time when you're at these institutions, the staff you have are freelance, so they're only contracted for short amounts of time, because most of them still work in the industry, and that means that there isn't like formal teacher training. Obviously they are qualified in, you know, like training like we had and with experience, but you know, if you're a teacher at a secondary school, you are constantly doing safeguarding training, and you are doing training about how to support your students with their gender identity, their race, their struggles, their sexuality, with mental health. You are constantly being trained on the best way to deal with this, because obviously you are working with young children who, when they are at the school, is your responsibility. But there is nothing of the sort for... Oh my God. I feel like we're on a positive note, but I just remember something really negative.
Okay.
Remember when we were doing Zoom lessons and a girl was really biphobic?
Yes.
And then she was...
I was like, oh, you're doing musical theatre.
She was literally like, I'm so sick of people, like, of shows making people bisexual just because it's trendy. Me, a bisexual. Huh?
Also, it wasn't even
and then
trendy.
sorry.
It was cabaret.
And then she became the equality and diversity representative.
What the frick? What are you doing here?
Yeah, also sometimes, you know, I'm not saying that all the students are like golden. Sometimes there are bad people.
Right, we do need to wrap this up now because it's becoming a long
I
war.
think this isn't like the end of it all. We're really hoping that we'll get to speak to Megan. Would you like to speak about who we want to speak to? Hey, don't take this with a pinch of salt. It might not happen. We're hoping.
What actual names?
No, not actual names.
Just teachers. What am I saying?
No, about the lady who wants to come on the pod.
Oh, a lovely lady who I work with. She came in, and she was like, "Oh, Megan, I was speaking to my friend about the podcast you were talking about, and she's a therapist, and she used to go to a drama school." I was like, "Ding, ding, ding,
fucking ding! Get her on the pod."
She sounds fabulous.
She sounds like
and
she's acting up.
She said, "Oh,
have we mentioned the title
at
all this episode?
Probably
Hey guys, we said our full names, we said our Instagram handles, but this time we forgot to say the name of the podcast.
Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
Guys, look, but
I need to message her.
Learn how to do this as we go along. Like,
yeah, but she said she would be definitely down to do it. She says, "Oh, I'd love to do a podcast."
Yeah. And it's obviously gonna keep coming up.
We just made enough money.
Just to bring it back, drama school is fucking wonderful. If you love acting or singing or dancing,
thinking it's gonna be all flowers and sunshine.
If you love what you do and you love learning about it and you're passionate about it, hold on to that. Let that guide you through. And do you know what as well? If you go to drama school and halfway through you're like, fuck this, I don't want to... Shut up, Megan. If this is serious. No. If you go to drama school and literally within 5 minutes or halfway through it, you're like, I actually don't want to do this and this isn't for me. I want to have a degree because it'll open up other opportunities, but I don't want to do this. That's fine too. That's fine. That's so fine.
You're human.
That's so fine. And believe me,
you only live once.
The institution will tell you that it's not, but it is.
It is.
Do what makes you happy.
Acting up will tell you it is.
Do what makes you happy. And also...
Listen to mummy and mummy.
Mummy and mummy. Should wait. No, it needs to be better.
Mother and mother.
Mother and mother. Hi, listen to your mother and mother. You're older than me.
Oh, bitch, not that much. Fucking hell. Like a few weeks. Hello. We come to you again for a technical difficulty. What? technical difficulty.
Yep.
We're still learning. Just give us, look,
Yes.
I think 10 episodes in, we'll have it.
Will be amazing. Every time we start recording, we come across a new problem.
We did have an outro disappeared.
Yeah, this is Megan and Jordan from the future. Our recording cut out. So we've just come back to
So
close
thank
out
you
this episode.
for listening.
We are going to link some resources in the description of this episode, as obviously we did discuss a lot of heavy topics that a lot of you were the people that wrote in, and a lot of you, you know, it's rough. It's rough out there. But as we said, it can be the most incredible experience of your life, drama school. It really, really can. And
just look after
things
yourself.
can always get better and better and better.
Period.
And you
we
guys
are living proof
awesome.
of that as well.
Yes,
and it's like we said in the episodes, and it's okay if you're not okay. We're all human, and it will get better. It will.
It will. And you're gonna make friends for life.
We are another example of that.
Oh,
even if you don't think you like them at the start, it will turn around.
Never
We
judge
wanted
a book
to-
by its cover.
Exactly.
Me and
Well,
Megan always
sometimes
judge
we
books
do.
by its cover.
I was about to say, I literally do that depending. Though to be fair, with most of the books we read, the covers are fucking awful.
I know, but that's because we find a lot of them on TikTok, and people are like, "Don't worry about the cover. This book is awesome."
So I just want to say thank you very much for listening.
You've been listening to Acting Up with Megan Alderson and Jordan Skidmore.
Can I not
That's
say my own name?
Nope. Hey, I'm giving you your moment. Thank you again to the lovely Jules who did our graphic design. You can find Jules on Instagram. She is at those_who.try. Speaking of those who try, we're trying to do a podcast.
Maybe in the third episode, guys, which we're definitely not filming right now.
Filming?
Fourth one.
Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Right.
We love you guys so much.
So much.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.